And I am back for another anime discussion video, guys. You guys pretty much love these things because on the last one, I had 1.8k views, which is the most I've ever done on any video I've ever posted on YouTube. So thank you guys. That's including shorts. So thank you guys. I really appreciate the support. But before we get into this video, I'm gonna stop here and tell you right now, go subscribe. Like, no, really, I'm away. Did you do it? Did you do it? Okay, also click on the notification bell. Also, while you're at it, also drop a like. Because, yeah, guys, I need to do that more, call the action. Because if I don't tell you guys to subscribe, you guys are not going to subscribe. You guys saw the title. Today, we are talking about the rumbling. Now, the reason I got this idea, because I think this entire weekend, I've just been seeing a lot of Attack on Titan content on my feed, and especially about the rumbling. So I was like, you know what? I think I should do a video about this because it's a very honest and interesting discussion. Now, the discussion in question is, was Eren in the right to do the rumbling? Now, here, we're going to stop here because there's going to be contrarians in the comment section already saying, no, it's morally wrong, blah, 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 blah. He technically did it for himself, not for his family. Forget the fuck out of what else happens after this point. To this point, this is why we know what Eren's doing. And we're using these parameters. We're not doing anything after this. We're not using new goggles to look at the story. We're talking about the story from this point that we know why Eren is doing the rumbling. And that's what I want to discuss. I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. I wholeheartedly agree with the rumbling, and there's no ifs, ands about it. Because you guys have to remember the position that Eren finds himself in. The Marlians have just declared war on Paradis. Paradis doesn't have enough time. They're going to invade from what are the other alternate universes Eren tells about that. They were going to, after they declare war, they were going to invade in 4 months. Paradis doesn't have time. And the thing I see in the comment sections whenever somebody's discussing the rumbling is that there was always a diplomatic approach. There was never a diplomatic approach. That's wholehearted because of Paradis themselves. I can't lie. That's the only thing I'll give against. They couldn't do diplomatic relations because they held power for 2,000 years. So diplomatically, these guys hate them to the core. Marley was considered the only country to treat them at least better than everybody else. Everywhere else, they were treated less than second-hand humans. So again, I ask you, what diplomatic approach would you have suggested? Because everybody on that earth hated Paradis with a passion. And because of that, I'm like, there's no other option but the rumbling. And I already know there's no excuse, there's no justification for getting rid of 80% of the population. There was other way you could have done a partial rumbling. What type of partial rumbling was going to do? Actually, a partial rumbling would have done worse. It would have shown the world that they needed to invade sooner because the rumbling was going to happen. If any rumbling was going to be done, it was going to have to be a complete wipe. Because anything else, Paradis was going to be cooked. To act like this wasn't the case is a bit weird. Because I know there's a moral obligation to try to be diplomatic about things and not take the route of annihilation, basically anarchy. And I get that. I'm not arguing that there's a different way, but I'm talking about the situation at hand. You have 2 options here. Either you sacrifice the world for your people and your family, or you sacrifice your people and your family for the world. And for honestly, I don't think Eren was totally in the wrong for sacrificing the world, because I don't know these people. Most of them don't even know. And the argument of that he not everybody hated the Eldians. Eren didn't know that. You guys act as if there was way for Eren to meet everybody in the world to come to an assessment that no, scorched earth wasn't the way. He had no time to do that. And frankly, you shouldn't expect him to travel the entire world to know stuff. That's not how things work. That's not how decisions are being made. When it's life or death, you either going to choose life or death. And if death results in 80% of the population to be screwed, then fuck it, we ball. There's no other choice about it. You guys are acting as if you would have not done the same thing in this situation. And I know for a fact, I know people are going to be in a conversation. And one of the biggest things like that was going against Eren, if we're thinking about this rationally and not in the context of the show, anti-Titan machines were being made. Like, Titans were becoming null and void. So diplomacy wasn't going to work. You're not going to have the power of the Titans for much much longer because now people are just gonna snipe your ass with artillery rifles. So again, what is Eren supposed to do in this situation when you're the main power that protects your island is about to become null and void? You do the rumbling right now. There's really no other way to go about the rumbling because they didn't have time. The people around the world hated them. And this is one of the reasons why I love Attack on Titan so much, because in the fandom you can make a moral justification of why 80% of the population should be killed. Like, this is insane. Like, in most shows, if this happened, nobody would be saying, wait, this was it was justified or he was in the right. And and that's kind of crazy to say. Like, saying he's in the right is a bit of wrong choice of words because he was never in the right. There's no right way of trying to justify 80% of killing 80% of the population. He wasn't right. He was justified in his actions, but that doesn't mean they're right. And that's the kind of the main takeaway I want to take from this discussion is that Eren was justified in his actions, but he wasn't right. Even though I do kind of think the whole diplomacy thing is bullshit, because if we really know how war works, diplomacy only happens when everybody else has been killed. And unfortunately, that's the thing. And diplomacy only works when the person who was trying to do diplomacy is now defeated and is weakened, and they have to come to the bargaining table. That's the only way diplomacy actually comes to the front of the table. But yeah, that was kind of my thoughts on it. I don't know. What do you guys think of the rumbling? Was he justified, or am I just speaking out my eyes? I don't know. Let me know, guys. So yeah, with that being said, this has been the Athletic Nerd, and I'm out.